Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning we're going to talk about how to prevent the need for student loans. So let's jump right into it. So in the last episode, we looked at how to pay off your student loan debt fast. And we did this through a process of looking at how to take on a teacher's assistant role, a TA role, in order for you to eliminate or at least minimize the cost of going to school. Now, we also looked at taking on a job that would allow for tuition reimbursement. There are a number of those available, and it's a good route to go in order to reduce the cost of going to school. Now, we also went through making sure that you know where you currently are when it comes to your finances. So we also discussed the importance of taking on additional income sources. Now, that could take the form of house hacking, or it could be something like a side hustle of some other kind. Now, there are all kinds of different opportunities to look for when it comes to paying off student loan debt that you've already accumulated. Now, if you're one of the 42.9 million people in the US with student loan debt, according to the US Department of Education, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're with 13% of the rest of the population who are also carrying student loan debt. Now, what if you had the tools to prevent the need for student loans in the first place, or prevent taking on more student loans to reach your academic goals? Now, that's what we're going to look at today, is looking at the resources available to you so that you're able to go through a process of figuring out how to reduce or eliminate the need for student loans. Now, typically the first step before applying for any student loans, as well as seeing what college grants are available or scholarships otherwise that you may or may not qualify for, you will fill out something called a FAFSA. The FAFSA will help you determine the eligibility for such localized programs, as well as looking at what federal programs you would be able to take advantage of. Now, using resources like studentaid.gov, fastweb.com, or scholarships.com, you can find thousands of scholarships that you may qualify for. Now, these can be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Now, when I started my college career, I had a scholarship that covered tuition and books for my undergraduate degree. So I may have applied for a few scholarships along the way, but I really didn't do the best at taking advantage of the opportunities available to me to write scholarship letters, to get letters of recommendation from various people for the purpose of being able to apply for the scholarships, and also to search for resources that could have covered my room and board. So I could have done a lot better job. I could have been a lot more intentional about looking for and watching out for those things that I may qualify for. Now, I'm encouraging you today to not do that, to go through the process of actually seeing what it is you qualify for and what you could apply for and could drive down the cost of your education so that you can reduce or eliminate the need for student loans. Now, once you have done this, a recommendation by NerdWallet may actually apply to you, which is looking for Pell Grants. Now, these grants, which are available to students who demonstrate financial need, are worth up to $6,495 for the 2021 and 2022 academic year. Now, that covers less than 60% of tuition and fees at public four-year colleges, according to the NerdWallet analysis. And that doesn't even account for room and board or other expenses included in the cost of attendance. So you would take something like a Pell Grant and combine it with other sources of support in order for you to go through the process of your college career without accumulating student loan debt. Now, as I mentioned in the last episode, you may also consider picking up a side hustle, a job that will provide tuition reimbursement, or utilizing your home or vehicle as a means of a sum zero or profit center. So something that at least breaks even from a cost standpoint, or something that actually provides you an income source. Now, you may look at these platforms that I had mentioned, like Turo or Airbnb, in order to cut your costs, especially during a time like college, where you have a lot of expenses and typically more expenses coming in that you need to pay than what you're actually making. Now, combining the ability to take advantage of scholarships, grants, as well as working through your college career in a position that builds experience in that specific field that you want to go into while providing tuition reimbursement is what I would recommend to prevent needing to utilize student loans to fund your college career. College is expensive and costs are on the rise. And so you want to be as intentional as possible to not feed into that 13% of the population who is carrying student loan debt. Now, my call to action today is to schedule some time to not only fill out your FAFSA and apply to both scholarships and grants, but to really formulate a plan of action for your college career. Now, this will save you time, effort, and resources as to prevent you from going into student loan debt or having to retroactively intentionally pay off that student loan debt once you've already accumulated it. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back on a daily basis and improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.